It is raining a little bit, but that's okay, because I just got the brand new FARKAS, I believe. FARKAS, or I don't know, something like that. S1 electric dirt bike. Super sick bike. I really like the orange color. Very clean, and I feel like orange is like for some reason taking over like the iPhone 17 Pro and like the Stingray Corvette. But this orange on this bike looks really good. But you can also order a black version, but I think the orange personally just looks better. And brand new, this bike only costs $1,100 without a discount code. So that's a really good price. But now let's get into the actual dirt bike. Now I know everyone's going to be saying this is pretty much a Yasma, but it's actually got some key differences, like these plastics on the sides. It makes it look 1,000 times better, and I'm able to hook my knees and squeeze the bike while I'm doing a wheelie with these plastics. It also comes with a horn. The Yasma doesn't have a horn. It's got some pretty nice brakes, not gonna lie. And then inside, of course, you've got your battery. It's got a 48 volt, 20.8 amp hour battery, and then a 3,000 watt motor with a top speed of 37 miles an hour. But this bike is so clean. Hold on. Okay, also, the throttle is so smooth. But it unfortunately came with these scratches on the frame and some scratches on the forks. Right out of the box, I don't know what that's all about, but it doesn't affect the performance of the bike. And personally, you can't really tell they're there unless you look really hard. But this bike is so clean. Everything's so smooth and sharp looking. It's actually one of the coolest looking bikes I think I've gotten. So without further ado, let's get straight into riding. Okay, bro, this thing feels so good. Like, I really like the orange and the orange seat. Like the orange plastics, orange seat, I don't know. Just something about it I just really like. The throttle response on this thing is really good. The throttle is so snappy. You just gotta make sure to put it on the correct way, technically. Now, this thing is kind of loud, kind of like the Yasma, and obviously this bike is very, very similar to the Yasma, but I actually kind of like this one better than the Yasma, especially since it has a horn. Like, I kind of like the horn. It's kind of tough, honestly. Like, the way it sounds. There's some horns where it's just, like, horrible, but this horn is actually pretty good. There's not much travel in the suspension. Like, I'm bottoming out the suspension by pushing down all the way. So this is more of a trail ripper than it is, say, like, doing jumps and stuff. I am in mode 3, fully charged. I'm not sure how fast this is supposed to go, technically. So let's do a top speed test. I'm wide open. It says 39, 40, 41. Keep in mind, we're going like against the wind right now. 41, dang. This says we're going 35. So I'm guessing we're probably going 37 or 38. That would be my guess. The brakes aren't the best, but I'm pretty sure, based on experience, you just have to break them in. Like, I'm serious. They always suck from the start. Little wheelie test. Oh, it floats in the wheelie. Throttle response is so good. Man, this wheelie's really nice. Okay, this thing wheelies really good for having motocross tires. Okay, look at these tires though. These are strictly off-road tires. Same with the front. So, wheelies are going to be harder on this, but this bike in particular actually performs pretty well with those crazy knobs. Uh-oh, I see some kids on e-bikes. Anyone want to try it? Bro, his shoe... Yo! What? His shoelace is untied and he's gonna wrap it around the wheel. Bro, you gotta tie your shoe. It's gonna get caught in the wheel. Bro, he just... Jeez. Okay, I gotta cross the road. I gotta cross the road. I gotta cross the road! Hey, 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 brand new bike. Hey, brand new shoes. Hey, white on white. White on white. If we race, you gon' lose. Bruh. That's crazy. disrespect to his disrespect, bruh. Some people just don't understand, like, what it's like to, you know, not have to pedal and actually have fun. Not so sure about this. What? There we go. Jeez. I kind of thought this would have more torque, to be honest. Okay, just overall with this bike, for looks, I give this bike a total 10 out of 10. Everything looks sick. Tires, I give the tires about a 7 out of 10. It just really depends on what kind of riding you want to do, if it's like strictly dirt or if you want wheelies. The suspension, I give a 5 out of 10. It's more for trail riding. Not really good for big jumps, which is what I mainly like to do. The power, I give it a 7 out of 10 just for what it is. Not, you know, the strongest, craziest power, but it's not horrible. I am 160 pounds too, technically, and like 6 foot. The brakes, I'll give an 8 out of 10 just because the rear brake feels really good. Front brake is really soft, but I know that the brakes will get better over time the more you use them. And then the handling, I give this bike a 9 out of 10 because the throttle response is super great. It turns and flows through everything really nice. And of course, you've got the horn. So if you guys are interested in one of these bikes, I will totally have a link in the description. I do really like this bike, and the battery is compatible with the Yosma. So if you have a Yosma or your buddy does, you can like use this battery or put that battery in this one. Anyways, I do really enjoy this bike. It's really nice. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.